What's good, everyone? Got another update for you. This is a pretty cool update. I want to just kind of show you guys what we're going to be doing and how we're going to keep track of this campaign. And I have some terrain that I'm nearly finished with that I also want to get a chance to show you guys. So here, what you're looking at here is the Planetary Empire's map. And I finished painting this thing, and so this map is the map that we're going to be using. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you guys can kind of get a view of how this map is going to work. So what we're going to be doing with this map over here on the side is where the ruling bodies on planet Lazarus is going to be stationed. So what you see here is these ruins here. These are going to be the different cities, and each of these icons here that you're going to see is where the PDF is. So we're going to keep up with where the PDFs are on the planet by moving these tokens around. Right now, the PDFs are going to be stationed around the main base. And the Tyranids, what we're going to do, this map is pretty large, and what we're going to do is we're going to have my partner, he is going to randomly deploy. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll a d6, and we're going to randomly determine where the Tyranid mycetic spores land, so that they can kind of be scattered about the planet, so that we can encounter them as the campaign goes on. Now, the way that we're going to have to do this, each tile is going to represent a piece of, is going to represent a city, or it's going to be a forest, or it's going to be desert land, or it's going to be scorched earth. Like, for example, here, this tile here would be swampland. This tile here could be scorched land or desert. So like each of these locations, I was very careful to make sure that I painted each location differently. And then I have these tiles here. I'll pull one over so you guys can see. I have these tiles here that we're going to be using. This is going to be, I'm going to use as areas that we've fortified, that we've completely taken. And we're going to use stratagems and different types of bastions and things that we're going to be deploying that will represent our stronghold for areas that we've occupied and that we've taken back from the Tyranids. So, on to the question. How are we going to determine who wins the campaign? Well, we're going to determine that in a very, very simple way. You see all of these tiles? We're going to play a mission, and we're going to be moving about over the course of this planet. These tiles represent the entire planet. Key locations that the Tyranids are going to be trying to take from us, we're going to have to take back. Once we remove the Tyranid presence, the goal is for me to own, if I take 90% of this planet and I reduce the Tyranids to 2 or 3 tiles, then we'll push them off the planet and there'll be no way for them to win. If I'm going to be keeping this and I'm going to be updating it, these red pieces here are going to represent, and I'm going to get more, are going to represent the mycetic spores, these red pieces. I put them here just to kind of show you guys where the Tyranids are, how they can randomly appear. I'm going to keep this map as an update icon for you guys so that you can keep up with our campaign also. So every now and again, after so many missions, we're going to go to the map and we're going to see how much of Lazarus has been taken by the Tyranids and how much of Lazarus is owned by the Empire, by the Imperium. So either this planet is going to be destroyed and is going to be completely taken over by the Tyranids, or we're going to take the planet back and we're going to push the Tyranids out of the system. I'm going to do the same thing for space. We're actually working it out now. We're going to be fighting ship to ship in space. We're going to be sending drop pods and spores to the surface. And we're also going to be doing Space Hulk, which is going to be a new addition to our campaign, where we're going to be fighting inside of the ships. So this is going to just be really cool. So we're going to be adding this idea to our campaign. So it's going to be kind of a global campaign that we're going to be working. So on to the terrain. I want to show you guys what I have here, and I used let me let you guys see the terrain that I have here. And so what you're looking at here is actually plywood, and this is, I'll flip it over so you can see, this is actually plywood, guys, that I used. And so this is a ruined building. It is going to be like a hut. It is going to be for a small town that the Tyranids are terrorizing, and we're going to have the planetary militia trying to hold down this town, and the Space Marines are going to be coming in to try to provide the support to push the Tyranids out of the city. And so just wanted to kind of give you guys an update so you can see what we're doing. This is some of the terrain that we're making for the campaign. We have ladders for the guys so that they can move up and down in the buildings here, so that they can fight on the roofs. They'll be able to fight around in the buildings. We have doorways here where the guys can actually go inside of the buildings also. So this is kind of like Rock Creek. This was done with a primer and a dry brush with PVA glue and sand to give it that rough, rugged, abandoned look. A small town lacking the technology and just being completely overrun. The next thing is to make some vines and some overgrowth to add, so that this place just looks completely run down and abandoned. So anyway, so here we are. This is what we got. So I have put together a small little force here that you guys can see. So as you can see, my flesh tearers are coming along. They're nearly done. And so this is the map. And this map is the map that we're going to be using. We're going to keep up with our campaign, keep up with our progress. So we'll know how to set up the terrain for the next mission. So yeah, so this is it. I hope you guys enjoy. Follow along with us on the campaign. We're going to be posting it. I'm going to keep the map nearby so you guys can see our progress and see where we are and see who's winning. So this is it. Peace out. Take care.